In terms of moving forward for Liverpool, Jamie, you mentioned the change, Salah coming off, Gakpo coming off, Mo coming on, who had such an impact in the game. Some might see this as a bit of a changing of the guard, and it was interesting again, Salah's reaction. Again, he looked a bit sort of bewildered.
Well, listen, I think we said before the game, didn't we? This team is not the Mo Salah team anymore. It's more for Wirtz and Ekitike. But I mean, I hope Mo Salah there is not laughing about the fact that he doesn't think he should have come off. Listen, he had a poor game, so did Gakpo, and they're finding it really tough in the wide areas right now, Liverpool, in terms of pace and penetration, and that's why I think that young lad needs not so much a run of games. He should start every week, but he should be seen more than what he is now, just an impact sub. I think he's got a little bit more than that. There's no doubt he's a really special talent, and he shouldn't be playing every week at that age, but Liverpool have a real dearth of quality in wide areas right now, and especially off the bench as well. I mean, Chiesa's come on, he's nowhere near the level of Chiesa in terms of starting a game for Liverpool in the Premier League, or even really coming off the bench. He made an impact early on this season, but for me now, the young lad has got to start getting a lot more minutes.
Late drama again for Liverpool, and they extend their lead at the top of this list, which is the most 90th plus minute winners in Premier League history. 12 more now than Arsenal, 14 more than Manchester United. 3 of those for Liverpool have come this season. I suppose that is a good thing, isn't it, Jamie?
Listen, it's a great thing to have in your armoury, and I flagged this up, I think, on the show this afternoon, but that's not to do with this team. It's a Liverpool trait that, encompasses managers going back for a very long time. And I think if there was stats when, it was the old First Division, I think it'd be very similar as well. So it's definitely something that the club have got, which is very special. And I know it annoys lots of opposition, as it does anyone. Someone gets a last-minute winner, it's a killer, isn't it? But I think it's something Liverpool have always had for a very long time. I think we'll continue to have.
Important victory for Liverpool in the context of this race for Champions League football next season. They can't bear to think about a Champions League which doesn't include them. They are still sick, but they've made up ground on Manchester United, who play on Monday night at Everton, and on Chelsea, of course, dropped important points at home to Burnley, and also they're 2 points closer to Aston Villa, who drew at home against Leeds. How do you see this story? You weren't very optimistic about Liverpool's chances a couple of weeks ago, Jamie. How do you see this now?
I'm still not. And the reason I say that was more because of the performance today. That was a real worry how poor Liverpool were, and it was a throwback to games at the start of the season that Liverpool won very fortunately, as they did today. But it also reminds me a lot of games in that run when Liverpool lost 9 and 12. That's what it felt like, a throwback today. I was really worried about how Liverpool performed. And I said on the back of the Manchester City game, I'd be really interested how long Arne Slot sticks with this sort of front four. It's really offensive, really attacking. And at times it can leave that midfield exposed. And Liverpool have not got great legs, energy or pace in the team, and I think that really showed today. So as soon as the Premier League game, as they were in today, became end-to-end and fast and furious, they really struggled. And I think at some stage, Rio Mo has got to come into the team, or he may have to actually go with another midfield player and maybe lose probably a Gakpo or a Salah, probably Gakpo initially. But I think Liverpool's sort of pace and penetration in the wide areas is really lacking.
It was tough on Forest. You saw the frustrations of Vitor Pereira, their new manager, when that goal went in, and it leaves Forest still perched just above the relegation zone with that 2-point advantage now over West Ham, who managed 1 point for themselves against Bournemouth. Did you see things from Forest, Jamie, as you said, that makes you think that they will manage to fight their way out of this?
On the flip side of what I've just said about Liverpool, I would say about Nottingham Forest, where if I look at the teams around them, especially West Ham and Tottenham at the moment, I'd struggle to see them putting in a first half performance like they did today against a top team. Liverpool are still one of the top teams in the country. So, yeah, I don't think I could see that from some of the other teams around them. I think that would give me confidence going forward about Nottingham Forest.
And just in the bottom side, Wolves. Fulham managed to win on the road at Sunderland thanks to 2 goals from Raul Jimenez. A 3-1 win for Marco Silva's side there. And as ever, Jamie Carragher is here to bring you the first analysis of today's Premier League action. And we start our roundup at the City Ground, where Vitor Pereira was taking charge of Nottingham Forest for the first time in the Premier League. Liverpool, the visitors, and watching for us, Alan Smith alongside Rob Hawthorne.
Sangari has got this one forward. Hudson-Odoi brings it under his spell, fires it against Alisson, and Alisson gets the luck of the bounce back off the Forest player to win the goal kick, with Forest asking questions.
Oh, what a fantastic opportunity this was. One that should have been taken, in all honesty. It's got all that right-hand side of the goal to aim at.
There's Hudson-Odoi. Lifted in, wide by Milenkovic.
Very difficult, he's really tightly marked by Virgil van Dijk here. Hard to get the angle on the header.
Canate. Gakpo. Not one aim for Salah, who does get it back across, and Jones was in there but unable to convert it.
Ortega hasn't had too much to do at all in this match, but this was an important stop, just stretching out that right boot.
Here's Nico Williams. Puts it across, Alisson misses out, it's Gibbs White! And it's Sangari who lashes it wide.
Rare moment of excitement in this second half. Rare moment when one of the teams has been able to create something.
Good ball from Gomez. Canate though wins it back. Mo clips on across. Ekitike, what a save! Oh, and it's gone in! Aina tries to clear, hits McAllister, and in the most fortunate of circumstances, Liverpool may well have won it late on. The word is coming through that it strikes the elbow, and in that case, intent has nothing to do with it. This goal that Liverpool thought they'd scored is going to be ruled out here. Mendes looks back this time to Dominic Szoboszlai. Who clips one across, and Van Dijk came in round the back, and McAllister has got his goal this time! Incredible! What he thought he'd scored ruled out, this time he breaches the defence of Vitor Pereira.
Here's the semi-automated, that's Oliveira, number 34. It's the boot that's keeping him up.